The golden rays of the setting sun painted the sky in shades of orange and pink as Maya stood in front of the mirror, her heart racing with anticipation and nervousness. Her red bridal lehenga sparkled with thousands of tiny crystals, and her hands were decorated with intricate henna patterns that told stories of love and new beginnings. "You look absolutely stunning," her best friend Priya said, adjusting Maya's dupatta. "Arjun won't be able to take his eyes off you." Maya blushed, thinking about Arjun. Their love story had been unconventional. They had met at a coffee shop 2 years ago when he accidentally spilled his latte on her laptop. What started with an apology and an offer to pay for repairs had turned into long conversations, late-night phone calls, and eventually a love neither of them could deny. The sound of wedding music filled the air as Maya's father came to escort her to the mandap. Her eyes searched the crowd and found Arjun standing there, looking impossibly handsome in his cream sherwani. When their eyes met, the world seemed to stop. His smile was soft, genuine, and full of promises for their future together. The wedding ceremony was beautiful. As they circled the sacred fire 7 times, making their vows to each other, Maya felt a profound connection with Arjun. Each fira represented a promise to support each other, to be loyal, to share happiness and sorrow, to build a family together. "I promise to always make you laugh, even when you're angry with me," Arjun whispered during one of the rounds, making Maya giggle despite the solemnity of the moment. "And I promise to always listen, even when you're talking about cricket statistics," she whispered back, earning a warm smile from him. The priest pronounced them husband and wife, and as Arjun lifted Maya's veil to apply sindoor, his hands trembled slightly. It was this vulnerability, this genuine emotion, that made Maya's heart overflow with love for him. The reception was a blur of congratulations, dancing, and laughter. Maya and Arjun barely had time to talk to each other amidst all the festivities, but every now and then their eyes would meet across the room, and they would share a secret smile, counting down the minutes until they could finally be alone. "Ready to go home, Mrs. Malhotra?" Arjun asked softly as the reception was winding down, offering his hand to Maya. The way he said Mrs. Malhotra sent shivers down her spine. "More than ready, Mr. Malhotra," she replied, placing her hand in his. The drive to their new apartment was filled with a comfortable silence. Arjun held Maya's hand the entire way, occasionally glancing at her with such tenderness that it made her heart skip beats. "Are you nervous?" he asked softly. "A little," Maya admitted, "but mostly I'm just happy to finally start our life together." Arjun brought her hand to his lips and kissed it gently. "We'll take everything at our own pace. There's no rush. We have our whole lives ahead of us." When they arrived at their apartment, Arjun insisted on carrying Maya across the threshold, despite her protests about her heavy lehenga. "Tradition is tradition," he said with a grin, lifting her effortlessly. "Besides, I've been wanting to sweep you off your feet since the day we met." "You literally did that when you spilled coffee on me," Maya laughed, wrapping her arms around his neck. "That was just practice," he teased, carrying her inside and gently setting her down. Their apartment had been decorated by their friends. Rose petals created a path from the entrance to their bedroom, and soft fairy lights created a warm, romantic ambience. Scented candles filled the air with the fragrance of jasmine and sandalwood. Maya walked slowly through their home, taking it all in. This was their space now, where they would build their life together, create memories, share dreams, and support each other through everything life threw at them. Arjun came up behind her, wrapping his arms around her waist. "What are you thinking?" he murmured against her ear. "That I'm the luckiest woman in the world," Maya said, leaning back against his chest. "Funny, I was just thinking I'm the luckiest man," Arjun replied, pressing a soft kiss to her temple. They stood like that for a long moment, simply holding each other, feeling the weight and wonder of their new reality. They were married. They belonged to each other now, not just in words or promises, but in a way that felt sacred and permanent. "I'm going to change out of this lehenga," Maya said finally. "It weighs about 1,000 pounds. Arjun laughed. "Take your time, I'll make us some tea." "Actually," Maya turned to face him, placing her hands on his chest, "help me with the hooks first. I can't reach them." Arjun's breath caught. His fingers trembled slightly as he began to unhook the back of her blouse. The intimacy of the moment wasn't just physical. It was emotional, vulnerable, and deeply meaningful. This was them letting down their guards, showing each other their true selves. "I love you, Maya," Arjun said softly. "Not just today, but every day for the rest of my life." Maya turned to face him, her eyes glistening with emotion. "I love you too, Arjun, more than I ever thought possible." Their first kiss as a married couple in their own home was tender and sweet, full of promise and passion. Arjun cupped her face gently, kissing her as if she were precious and fragile, something to be cherished and protected. Maya's fingers found their way into his hair, pulling him closer. The world outside ceased to exist. There was only them, their love, and the beautiful future stretching out before them. "Dance with me," Arjun said suddenly, pulling back slightly. "There's no music," Maya pointed out with a smile. "We don't need music. We never have." He pulled out his phone and selected a soft, romantic song. As the melody filled the room, Arjun pulled Maya close, and they swayed together in the soft glow of the fairy lights. "Do you remember our first dance?" Maya asked, resting her head on his shoulder. "At Priya's wedding," Arjun recalled. "You were wearing that blue dress, and I couldn't stop staring at you. I was so nervous asking you to dance that I almost spilled my drink." "You always were clumsy around me," Maya teased. "Only because you made me nervous," Arjun admitted. "You still do, actually, in the best possible way." As they danced, Arjun's hands moved softly up and down Maya's back, and she could feel the warmth of his touch through the fabric of her clothes. Every touch, every glance, every whispered word felt electric with possibility. They moved to the bedroom, where rose petals covered the bed in an intricate pattern. Maya sat on the edge of the bed, and Arjun knelt before her, gently removing her heavy jewelry piece by piece. "You're so beautiful," he whispered, setting aside her necklace. "Not just on the outside, but your heart, your mind, your soul. Everything about you is beautiful to me." Maya's eyes filled with tears. "You make me feel beautiful. You make me feel seen and understood in a way no one else ever has." Arjun removed her bangles one by one, kissing each wrist as he freed it. The gesture was so tender, so full of reverence, that Maya felt her heart might burst from the love she felt for him. "I was so scared," Maya admitted softly. "Scared that marriage would change things, that the romance would fade, that reality would set in and we'd lose what we have." Hey, Arjun said, cupping her face and making her look at him. That's not going to happen. Yes, marriage is work, but it's work I'm excited to do with you. Every single day I choose you, and I'll keep choosing you through every challenge, every change, every phase of our lives. Maya pulled Arjun up to sit beside her on the bed. She began to unbutton his sherwani slowly, her fingers working carefully over each button. Arjun watched her face, memorizing every expression, every flutter of her eyelashes, every slight smile that played at her lips. I've imagined this moment so many times, Maya confessed, but reality is so much better than any fantasy. Why is that? Arjun asked, his voice husky. Because you're real. Because this is us, not some idealized version. We're imperfect and human, and that makes this more meaningful, more beautiful. When the sherwani was removed, Maya placed her hand over Arjun's heart, feeling it race beneath her palm. Your heart is beating so fast. It always does around you, Arjun said, covering her hand with his. You have that effect on me. He leaned in to kiss her again, this time with more passion, more urgency. His hands tangled in her hair, and she pressed herself closer to him, wanting to eliminate any space between them. The kiss deepened, became more intense, a conversation without words about desire and love and commitment. They lay back on the bed together, the rose petals soft beneath them. The fairy lights cast dancing shadows on the walls, and outside the moon climbed higher in the sky. Are you sure? Arjun asked, his forehead pressed against Maya's. I've never been more sure of anything in my life, Maya replied. What followed was a beautiful expression of their love for each other. It was tender and passionate, awkward and perfect, nervous and confident all at once. They learned each other's bodies, discovered what made the other sigh with pleasure, whispered words of love and encouragement. Arjun was gentle and patient, always checking in, making sure Maya was comfortable and happy. Maya responded to his touch with a passion that surprised even herself, feeling safe and cherished in his arms. I love you, they whispered to each other again and again, the words a prayer and a promise. Time seemed to stand still as they became one, two souls intertwining, two hearts beating as one. This wasn't just physical intimacy. It was emotional, spiritual, a merging of everything they were and everything they hoped to be. Afterward, they lay tangled together, Maya's head on Arjun's chest, his arms wrapped securely around her. They were quiet, processing the magnitude of what they had just shared. That was, Maya started, then laughed. I don't even have words. Perfect, Arjun supplied. Absolutely perfect, just like you. I'm not perfect, Arjun, Maya said, tracing patterns on his chest. You're perfect for me, he corrected, and that's all that matters. They talked for hours, sharing stories from their childhood, dreams for their future, fears and hopes and everything in between. This is what Maya loved most about Arjun. He was not just her lover but her best friend, someone she could talk to about anything and everything. I want to travel the world with you, Arjun said. I want to show you the northern lights in Iceland, the cherry blossoms in Japan, the pyramids in Egypt. I want to build a home with you, Maya added. Not just a house, but a home filled with love and laughter. I want lazy Sunday mornings in bed, dancing in the kitchen while cooking dinner, movie nights on the couch. I want all of that too, Arjun said, kissing the top of her head. And kids eventually, little ones with your eyes and your smile. As midnight approached, Arjun got up and went to the kitchen, returning with 2 glasses of champagne and a plate of strawberries. "A midnight snack," he announced, settling back into bed beside Maya. They fed each other strawberries, laughing at the sweetness, at the juice that dribbled down their chins, at the playfulness of it all. This is what marriage is about, Maya thought. Not just the grand romantic gestures, but these small, intimate moments of joy and connection. "Make a wish," Arjun said as the clock struck midnight, raising his champagne glass. "I wish for a lifetime of nights just like this one," Maya said, clinking her glass against his. "That's not how wishes work," Arjun teased. "You're not supposed to say them out loud." "I don't care about the rules," Maya said. "I want you to know what I wish for. I want you to know that this, right here, being with you, is everything I've ever wanted." Arjun set down their glasses and pulled Maya close. "You have me, Maya. For all the nights of our lives, you have me." They made love again, this time slower, more languid, taking their time to explore and savor every moment. They learned that intimacy wasn't just about the physical act, but about the vulnerability, the trust, the willingness to be completely open with another person. As dawn began to break, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold, Maya and Arjun lay awake, neither wanting to sleep and miss a single moment of their first night together. "I used to dream about this," Maya confessed. "About finding someone who would love me not despite my flaws, but including them. Someone who would see all of me and still choose to stay." "I'm never leaving," Arjun promised. "You're stuck with me now, Mrs. Malhotra, for better or worse, remember." "I'll take the worse," Maya joked. "I can handle your terrible singing in the shower and your obsession with cricket. And I'll take your cold feet on my legs at night, and your habit of stealing all the blankets," Arjun countered. They laughed together, the sound filling their new home with joy and promise. This is what happiness feels like, Maya thought. This perfect blend of passion and friendship, romance and reality, dreams and truth. As the sun rose fully, casting golden light through their bedroom window, Arjun and Maya finally began to drift off to sleep, wrapped in each other's arms. "Good morning, wife," Arjun murmured sleepily. "Good morning, husband," Maya replied, smiling against his chest. Their first night as a married couple had been everything they had hoped for and more. It had been romantic and passionate, tender and intense, filled with laughter and love and the beautiful vulnerability of 2 people choosing to become one. As they fell asleep, they both knew that this was just the beginning. There would be challenges ahead, difficult days and hard conversations, moments of doubt and frustration. But they also knew that they would face it all together, hand in hand, heart to heart. Because that's what love is. Not just the romance of the first night, but the commitment to choose each other every single day for the rest of their lives. And as the morning light filled their room, Maya and Arjun slept peacefully, dreaming of all the beautiful tomorrows that awaited them, secure in the knowledge that they had found in each other not just a lover, but a partner, a best friend, and a home. The end. May every couple experience the beauty of a love that grows deeper with each passing day, a connection that transcends the physical and touches the soul, and a partnership built on trust, respect, and unwavering devotion.